hours to the March 18 gubernatorial and state house assembly polls. So, for those of us who have platforms like Rapid, we're a bit on the fire. Yes, pressure is building as everybody who has a stake as far as the March 18, 2023 gubernatorial and state House of Assembly polls are concerned. Everybody wants to, put in that last minute sound check, right? To be sure that Ndiabia and of course Nigerians at large are prepared to do the needful on Saturday. Yes, it is I, Nkamiang John, the beloved, also known as the controversial, and yes, you are listening to Rapid 96.5 FM. Just about 33 minutes past the hour mark of 2, and just about 27 minutes to the top of the hour of 3. And today is a day of conversations, a day where we, be sure that everybody's peace is ready. Like the good book says, who is he that wants to go to war that wouldn't first count the cost? So we're about to count the cost. I've got with me a very nice gentleman, an honorable. He is Honorable Izuchukwu Nwosu. He is the YPP candidate gone in for a seat in the State House of Assembly to represent the good people of Umuahia Central. So, Umuahia Central, if you're present, it's time to listen. And maybe when you file out on Saturday, he just might be the man that will be, protecting your interest as far as the good people of Umuahia Central is concerned. Honorable Izuchukwu, it's nice to have you join us on Rapid Standpoint this beautiful Thursday afternoon.
Thank you for having me, John.
Let me ask you the most obvious question. Why do you want to represent the good people of Umuahia Central in the Abia State House of Assembly? Why is this? Why are you so passionate that you want to be the voice of the people of Umuahia Central?
Thank you. I want to thank you for this great opportunity and thank the listeners and the good people of Umuahia Central for supporting me. I know a lot of people are supporting me because I've showcased my manifesto and a lot of people have cued into my vision. And for those that have not listened to me, that have not cued into my vision, this is a great opportunity to
sell the
vision to them. My drive, why I joined this race is because I know that the people of Umuahia Central has been crying because government has failed them. Government has failed them in all ramifications, and I believe in service to humanity. It has been my calling. When I go out, meet other people outside the state and come back to my state, I see that my people are crying. My people are crying on a daily basis because for the 24 years of democracy in this state, it has been hell. Life has not been easy for people in this state. So when I see people suffering, I always ask myself question, where is God? And this is one of the things that drive my mood to join this race. I want to give back what belongs to the people, because I believe that service to the people should be the priority of every government. Thank you.
Now, what are the things you have seen? You use the expression, you've seen your people cry, your people have been suffering. What have they suffered from, particularly that you want to go to the State House of Assembly and reverse the trend, as it were? What are these things you've noticed?
Thank you. When there is a good governance in the state, it affects the economy positively. If you look at the economy let me drive it down to Umuahia Central, the economy is going down on a daily basis.
But
Like-
isn't that a general phenomenon? I mean, it's not just an Abia thing, it's not just an Umahia thing, it's a Nigerian thing, it's a global thing. I mean, the year 2022 going into 2023 and a better part of 2023, the global economy has been in some form of recession. So is that not a general situation?
Though it's a general situation, but I seems to disagree with you in its entirety, because if you have good governance in the state, even if it's a general phenomenon, the leaders of the party should do something. Let me give you an instance. When Amaya Opera was the premier of Eastern region, did you realize that Eastern region was one of the fastest growing economy in the whole world?
But you again, that was a different time, different era.
Yes.
The economic indices at that time is not the same economic indices we have today. During at that time, even the instruments of government are not the same instruments of government we have today. So there are like two dispensations.
That's what I'm trying to say. We need to improve. Instead of going backwards, we need to improve. If you have visionary leaders, they have to employ great ideas that will take us from the level we are to another level. That's what we are yearning for. Like I'm going to State House of Assembly by the special grace of God with the support of people of Umuahia Central. I want to go there to sponsor resounding bills that can affect the economy positively. What am I saying? In Abia State, we are getting IGR. We are getting our allocation from the federal government. Now, it's left for you at the State House of Assembly to sponsor bills that can encourage investors to come into the state and invest. Let me shock you. Do you know that you can run a PPP project in Abia State, in Umuahia, and it will improve the economy of Umuahia? What do I mean by? How do I mean? Now, if you sponsor bills that will permit investors from China, that will permit investors from Dubai to come in here, let me give you an instance. Let me open up your mind a bit. Go to Opera Square. The valley there is wasting. Nothing is happening there. Do you know that you can turn that place to a recreational center like Obudu Cattle Ranch and Tinapa? Do you know you can do that? Government can lease off the place. What you need to do is to build up the security architecture of the state. Once you build up the security architecture of the state, you run a PPP project, government will have little percentage, while investors will have higher percentage. And once they come in here and invest, they will start employing the people of my constituency, Umuahia Central. A lot of jobless youths are going around looking for what to do. People that have business like hotels and everything, you see, the town will start bubbling. People from Akwa Ibom will come here. Let me tell you, most of our leaders are not spending their money here. They go to Akwa Ibom, they go to Enugu, they go to you.
But you can't compare the level of infrastructure in Akwa Ibom to Abia State.
That's what we are talking about. We are backwards. There was a time we are faster than them. Are we not receiving IGF allocation from the federal government?
But you cannot compare the allocation for a state like Akwa Ibom, Rivers, for instance, with what Abia State is collecting.
Take an instance of Ebonyi State. What are we talking about? It's all about leadership. It's all about leadership. If you have a visionary leader, without any, okay, why did they call him Bakwe a whipping governor? What was he getting? But he has written his name in a golden book. Our problem is greed, selfishness, self-centeredness. We need to call a spade a spade. Our leaders has failed us. That's why the clamor for new leadership system is on now. There's a revolution.
Honorable Ikechukwu,
Izuchukwu.
I beg your pardon. Are we not giving a dog a bad name just to hang it? Everybody keeps pointing at the leadership. But the leadership comes from the followership. And the leadership forms a minute percentage as compared to the larger percentage of the followership. Do you not think that we probably are looking at this challenge from a wrong perspective, in the sense that now, beyond the fact that yes, leadership should be visionary, shouldn't the followership as well be visionary? Shouldn't the followership as well begin to be more deliberate in understanding the workings of government and be more particular about their needs?
You are right, but there must be a standard. You must set the pace as a leader. You must set the pace for your followers to follow.
Yeah.
If you don't set the pace, they will not follow. As a leader, we are looking on to you. So if you don't set the standard, it will affect them. That's why I said, if the leaders make the environment to be conducive, both external and internal investors will enjoy and drive their business. But if the leaders make the environment to be quite unconducive for people, you see them, they will run out of this town. Okay. Other towns. Let me give you an instance. Sorry, sir.
Go ahead.
Let me give you an instance. I don't know whether what is going through my mind has gone through your mind before. Travel to Warri. Coming down to Abia State, you look Omahia. Let me not talk about Abia State entirely. Coming to Omahia, it looks as if there's darkness in Omahia. Go to Ebonyi State. Coming down to Omahia, you don't need the CCI to tell you that you are coming to an underdeveloped town. Go to Enugu State. So it is all about leadership. Ebonyi State was so backwards before, but when David Umahi came into power, it's not all about party. He started developing the state as a PDP man before he joined APC. It's all about getting the right person that will change the face and make them write his name in the golden book of record. You see, let me tell you, those days here in Omahia, we used to call Ebonyi State people Ndogugu. They come here to fight for us. How many of them are you seeing? Omahia now is like a glorified town. Come to Omahia in the night, there's no life.
But naturally, there should be growth.
Yes.
Internal and external growth.
Yes.
So if the Ebonyi people have decided to take a leaf off the Umahia people and Abia people they used to work for and go back home to develop their state, is it the fault of the Ebonyi people? Is it not the fault of the Abian people for being a bit relaxed?
That's what we're saying. This is the time they need to change the narrative. We need to change the narrative. Let me tell you, there have been a strong business going on in Omahia, business of propaganda, because they have impoverished people, giving people stipend, KK, Passat. They felt that their life revolves within that circle. And most of them refuse to face the reality. I'm a core-realist. If our people should come out and decide, say, we need to change the system, and they demonstrated it in our last election. We need to change the system. In a system that people you never knew that will lost election in the state. I think the awareness is on. So this is the time people should come out and say, yes, let us follow leaders that are purposeful, that have the interests of the people at heart. This is the role they need to play. And they need to play this Saturday, because the future of this state lies in the hands of the citizens. And if they fail to do the needful, pushing people that are putting us in darkness for so many years, if they fail to push them away and vote the right people for change in this state, posterity will not forgive them. Therefore, I am urging people, the good people of Omahia, the good people of Abia State, to come out in mass and vote people that have been keeping this state in darkness for years. They should keep them, push them away. And once they push them away and bring the new people with good ideas will come. That happen. It looks as if there's a cabal holding this state or hostage. And we cannot continue like this. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. We need, see, let me tell you, it's quite ridiculous when somebody is, call himself a leader. He has been the governor of a state for all of a sudden, because election was done, he has tested and know that the masses has a different mindset of what the threat it was. He starts telling people, I'm giving you 1 grade level. Hey, is it not so ridiculous? Insulting people.
I don't think it's an insult. If people have earned the right to be promoted in their places of work, and that's why it's called public service and or civil service, and they are promoted. I don't think it's an insult.
What's the condition of the promotion?
Regardless, the important thing is that people have been promoted. They've earned the right to be promoted, and they have been promoted. I don't think that we should politicize everything, regardless of the time in which we find ourselves. I think if, as you are running for a seat in the State House of Assembly to represent the good people of Abia Central, I beg your pardon, Umuahia Central. I think it should be more about what you're bringing to the table.
Okay, or don't you think that is political? That after the first election, testing the people's will, you did it. That if you have the interest of the people at heart, you have done it before. But
that is subject.
Yes.
That is relative.
Well,
he could do it at any time.
Well,
and I think we should give some kudos, regardless of whether it is coming after or before, because the interest should be the interest of the Abian people.
Well, my brother John, I wouldn't like it to form the basis of our discussion, because
I agree.
I know it's a state matter. I'm trying to concentrate here in Umuahia Central, and that's why it looks as if I'm so passionate about the growth of the town. Let me tell you, in my agenda, I have 4 points agenda. Number 1 is quality representation. Number 2 is sponsorship of resounding bill. Number 3 is family economic empowerment that has to do with household upliftment.
Now that one is one that catches the ear of every person in Umuahia Central.
Yes.
So how do you intend to achieve this?
Yeah. Number 4 is transparency to the core. But let me go into family economic empowerment.
Yes.
Go to Ahiorioba, the little market we have here. Some people are trading with 20,000. Some people are trading with 50,000. Some people are trading with 400,000. And they have families. Most of them are training their children in university. Personally, I told you that I have this drive, this passion of service to humanity.
Yes, you did say.
Yeah, I have made my research and find out that a woman that is running a business of 50,000 naira, it doesn't mean that it doesn't have the capacity to run a business of 500,000 naira.
But where we should get the balance of 450,000 naira.
That's what I'm saying. I tried this policy during COVID. It was for me. I used my children's school fees to feed people in my village. It was for me. I have an NGO, Community Based Care of Nigeria. Through my NGO, I started getting funds. I was able to feed 23 communities during COVID. I tried it, it was. I've given free medical programs in so many villages I can name. It was. And I said, if the good people of Umuahia Central will vote me come this Saturday, I want to set up a board that will be giving a revolving sub loan to the poor of the poorest in my constituency. How do I intend to achieve that? The board will train them, build up your business capacity from 50,000 to 500,000, follow you up. You'll be doing it like they do daily akawo. You'll be doing it small. As you pay, we'll be using it to empower other people. Gradually, you see that if you're earning 3,000 naira on daily basis, you see yourself earning 15,000 naira. You can boldly say, I am making profit. I can send my children, my son to Abia State University and pay the bills without going borrowing. It's workable. With that, you can negotiate. You can bargain. We have foreign partners that can partner with your ideas and improve lives in the state. You might think that, yes, it's not the basic function of a legislature, but then the life of the well-being of the citizens should be the priority of every leader. Because when you say you are going to represent, representation has to do with the entirety of the living of the people in your constituency. This is one of the ideas I want to employ to make sure that I lift people from penury. Penury is the last stage of poverty. I lift them from penury. I see people crying, I cry. I went to a place yesterday down below. When I went, I go on campaign one-on-one. I'll meet you. I found out your problem. I never knew there's a place you park your car and trek a long distance and go down. And when there people were telling me what they were passing through, I looked at government and said, are they part of this state? Are they living in the state capital?
You're just one individual, and you will be in the house with several other individuals who will also put constituency interest and, most importantly, party interest on the table with every bill that comes to the floor of the house.
Yeah.
How do you think you will be able to muscle your way to ensure that the good people of Umuahia Central get their fair share as far as development, and getting the dividends of democracy is concerned?
Thank you for that question. You know the problem we'll be having with our legislatures. Most of them are having this close romance with the executive. I'm coming.
Is the legislator supposed to be at arms with the legislature?
That's what I'm saying.
Isn't there supposed to be some?
There should be a kind of watchdog. When an executive pockets a legislature, you will not know what you do. You see, I am going there as a legislature to represent the good people of Umuahia Central, and I'm going there to make sure that even the governor cannot stop me. I will shout when it is necessary to shout. I will cry to the public when it is necessary.
And if you're swallowed up by internal politics, how do you scale that?
I don't know. I'm a different being. God created me in a different way. It will not happen, because I think I'm a kind of man that I am a kind of man that is well sufficient with little thing I have. You know, one of the problem they have is that when they go in there, you bring up this good idea. Now take this thing and leave this thing. No. I said the priority, my first priority is the well-being of the people of Umuahia Central. That's my priority. I am not going there for my personal interest. I'm going there to make a name. When I read about people like Okpara, Emaya Okpara, read about people like great leaders in the country. Let me use Okpara because I so much love Okpara and I follow him up. Dr. Nadazikiwe tried, yes. Okpara used during Okpara's regime, Eastern region, I told you Abinishu, was one of the fastest growing economy in the whole world. How did he achieve it? Through agriculture. He initiated a policy. That's why I said a visionary leader should go out of his way to initiate policy that can accommodate the well-being of his people. Okpara did it. It works. Without oil in this state, in this zone, Okpara started with Umuahia North, Umuahia South Settlement, cocoa, rubber plantation at Calabar and all the rest of them. You see, he grew up the economy. The palm fronds that the Western world came to collect here is building up their economy. We have farmers. A good leader should think of the interest of the. Do you know? Let me shock you. I don't know whether you're from Umuahia. Go to Igwawala, go and make inquiry. Okpara did all these things without having a structure in his village. But it might shock you that somebody that is not even a PAMSEC, a director, or even a lower politician can have mansions here and there. Ask them, how did they make the money? But Okpara did it because he had the interest of the people at heart. He was concentrating on building the economy. And this is what I have tried for.
Now, are you saying that as a public official, if you're blessed and you have assets, that makes you not carrying the interest of the people? Is that what you're saying?
Where is the blessings coming? Is it from for white collar crime? They first of all define where the blessings is coming from. When you invest in government fund, has it done to blessings? Let me ask you a question. You know sorry sir, you know your salary every month.
Yes.
Then if your salary is between 150,000 naira, you have an investment of 250 million. Does it have any relationship?
And if I can prove to you that my 200,000 naira salary has been prudently used to build an investment of 2 million naira, would you be satisfied?
My brother.
No, that's the question, because yes. I said before, there is so much focus on the leadership and very little on the followership where the leadership comes from. And it seems that we are building a society that lives more or thrives more on hearsay rather than prudent facts, and that's why we are always casting aspersion. Now, it should it matter if a civil servant is blessed to have this asset? I think what should matter is delivering the dividends of democracy. Now, from what you have said, I mean, we can put one and two together to assume that people like you who are gunning for public office are gunning because of two things: the affluence, the power, the authority that comes with it, and of course, the wealth that is part of the eventual result. Because the suggestion of service has never really been part of. In fact, the average Nigerian doesn't understand the concept of service.
That's where I'm coming to. That's why I say I am a different breed.
You're one out of many.
I am a different breed. When I started, I told you that my calling is service to humanity. I am not going there to show affluence. I'm not going there to make money. But I'm going there to write my name in the golden book, that posterity will celebrate me. As I am reading about MI Opera today, I am talking about MI Opera. I want my unborn generation to discuss me. Let us do a different thing. Must we follow one thread? How many years do we have here on earth to live? And what account are you going to give?
Okay, let's hold that thought, and when we come back, we'll continue to have this conversation. It's still a special edition of Standpoint on Rapid 96.5 FM. I have in the last close to 40 minutes been engaging Honorable Izuchukwu Nwosu, who is the candidate of the Young Progressive Party, YPP, and he's gone in for the seat in the State House of Assembly to represent the good people of Umuahia Central. And we'll take a breather. When we come back, we'll continue our conversation. He says he is a different breed, and it's about service to the people.
Vote for Abia State are very okay.
Ịchọhala ọganiru Abia State, onye gatụrụ vote ka ọ bụrụ gọvanọ Abia State bụ Chief Sir Okechukwu Ahiwe, nwoke ọma na-atụ egwu Chineke ma dịkwa willing ijere Abia State ozi dịka gọvanọ. Experience aha na-achọ achọ Chief Oke Ahiwe o nweela ya mana business ya mana government. Chief Oke Ahiwe dị very okay, dịkwa very capable to deliver the dividend of democracy nye ndị Abia State niile, especially ebe metụtara agụmakwụkwọ, ahụike, azụmahịa, infrastructural development and youth empowerment. Were vote gị tụnyere Chief Okechukwu Ahiwe for Governor Abia State, tụnyere PDP bịanye aka ebe ahụ esere mbụlarị ka Chief Oke Ahiwe bụrụ Governor Abia State. Echefukwala ebe esere mbụlarị ka ị ga-abịanye aka PDP ka ị ga-atụnyere ebe esere mbụlarị
Makana Oke Ahiwe game Abia State and very
PDP. Power to the people.
The 2023 general elections is here, and it's time to make one decision that will determine how you live the next 4 years of your life. If you make the hard one that is right, you'll be fine. If you make the selfish one that's easy, life will be hard. However, Rapid 96.5 FM is more concerned at letting you know how to vote and what to expect. Saturday, 11th March 2023 is the governorship and State House of Assembly elections. Now, here's what to do and expect. Well, mind you, voting starts at 8:30 a.m. 1. Present your PVC for accreditation using BVAS. 2. Check and be sure that your name is on the register of voters in the polling unit. 3. Get authenticated with BVAS through fingerprint or facials. 4. Once accredited, you will be issued a ballot paper. 5. Go to the voting cubicle to make your choice in secret, and I repeat, in secret, and drop marked ballot paper in the ballot box. 6. You can leave, but if you have to stay, please stay 300 meters away from the voting area to witness the sorting and counting. For more inquiries, please visit www.inecnigeria.org. This message is brought to you by Rapid 96.5 FM.
Now I've got national elections on the brain. You want a revolution? I want a revelation.
It's election day, the D-Day, and you want to go cast your vote. Okay, let's get you ready before you hit the road. First, get your PVC and be sure it's not your ATM card, because without your PVC, you cannot vote. You might get thirsty, so get a bottle of water, or 2, or 3. For your own protection, avoid wearing anything that reveals your party or your candidate, because if the opposition gets violent, they will get you first. Get snacks, or better yet food, for energy, so that you don't have to sell your birthright when or if a certain Jacob tries.
Jacob tries? Okay.
Don't forget to go with the only bank that's working on election day. It's called Power Bank.
Power Bank.
Your power bank. You may want to stream live on social media or do a recording. Avoid high heels, avoid jewelries like wristwatches or rings, so that thieves that may be lining up to vote as well don't look your way. Keep your earphones at home so you can be at alert for any emergencies.
That's right.
Wear comfortable clothes that would allow you move freely. The material should be light so that you don't oversweat. Don't forget to get your umbrellas to shade you from the sun, or maybe
All this call rain on that day.
How you gonna change the nation?
This message is brought to you by Rapid 96.5 FM.
Let's talk politics, dynamics, and permutations.
It is a concern that we have for our country, Nigeria. This is beyond partisan politics. It's unfortunate. And these are the kind of people who say they are leaders of this country. What example are they showing as leaders of the country?
Let's keep you abreast with the happenings in the polity.
Nigeria is on drink and on oxygen. And how can we get out of this?
I am an employer of the president. I pay the president's salary. I pay the bills of the family. And he must protect me.
Standpoint. The center of all talks of politics.
Standpoint, Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. on Rapid 96.5 FM, Umahia.
All Nigerian is more Nigerian than any Nigerian.
It is the season of politics, and the polity is gradually, patiently awaiting for the whistle to blow. And of course, it will be March 18th, where everyone files out to their various polling units to exercise their civic duty and of course their franchise. And for the past 45 minutes thereabout, I have been engaging Honorable Izuchukwu Nwosu, the Young Progressive Party (YPP) candidate, who is going for the seat to represent the good people of Umuahia Central in the Abia State House of Assembly. He says he is a people-oriented, project person. He is there. It is about service to the people, for the people, and the interest is about the people. At this point, I just want to thank Honorable Izuchukwu. Now, let's look at your party.
Thank you so much.
You are going on the bill of the YPP, the Young Progressive Party.
Sure.
The YPP is relatively a very new party.
Yeah.
Yes, and are you confident that the YPP provides you the right platform to gather enough confidence to guarantee that Abians will trust you enough to vote you to represent the good people of Umuahia Central?
Yes. Why I said yes is 25th of February, a lot of people, when Labour started, they never knew that the wave of Labour can push the heroes, Timbers and Calibers. Let me use the word, Timbers and Calibers, can push them away from the scene. Now, Labour started gradually. Today, Labour is a household name. YPP is a party, I call it a virgin party. Selected young, pragmatic, well-focused, articulate young men that are eager, zealous to usher in change in the state.
This zealous, focused young men that you mentioned, at some point in time were members of either the PDP or the APC. So has anything changed?
Yes. You know, when you're in a system and the system wants to corrupt you, you leave the system. It makes you a man of integrity. They are zealous because they found themselves.
Now, you're sure that it is that the system wanted to corrupt them, and not the fact that they didn't get because they didn't get the tickets they were gunning for in that party, and opted for a platform where it might be more achievable.
That's where equity, fairness, and justice comes to play. Any system that is corrupt will not employ equity. So when they looked at the system is not straight. Everything about the system is corrupt. All they need to do is to come out and join a platform that will showcase them, and or that will be a point of them showcasing their will to the good people of Abia State. Let me tell you, YPP is a very good party. I am not regretting today of joining YPP. I was part of the people, and I'm still part of the people that are advocating for change in this country. I voted for P2B. Sorry to tell you. I voted for P2B. I'm 100% obedient.
Everybody,
yes,
virtually everybody
yes.
is an obedient in one way or the other.
The wave of P2B, a lot of them felt that since P2B won election, that is going to be replicated down. But the truth remains that among the 12 disciples, there was a Judas. A lot of people killed under P2B, thinking that recently P2B have made a statement. I think you are aware of it. A lot of people killed under P2B, thinking that the wave of P2B will also take them to the promised land. The truth is that political awareness now is very high. We are looking at candidates, quality candidates, irrespective of the party.
So are you now? The electorate is looking at quality candidate. Have you been tested? What have you done to earn that position that would entrust you in the minds of the electorate come Saturday?
Yeah, you're asking me of my antecedents.
Yes.
I think I made a little clear evidence here of what I've done during COVID. And I told you I registered my NGO with Corporate Affairs Commission in 2006. I've been affecting lives.
Have you ever been in public office?
Yes. I have been a councillor in Omaya, not local government.
And as a councillor?
Yes.
What were your achievements?
Well, as a councillor, I was able to attract health centers in so many communities like Omawa. Omawa Health Center was attracted by me. I was able to make sure that I use my little position to assist people, mostly at the rural areas. Don't forget that I said service to the humanity is my passion, is my drive. I have passion when I'm helping people. If I help one person today, I go home, I sleep like a newborn baby. So it's my passion. So I did it then. It's just that it's at the local government.
Now you want to take it to another level.
I want a higher platform. I want a higher platform that will give me more access to help. My brother, I am telling you the gospel truth. If the good people of Omaya Central, God will touch their heart to vote me in. After 1 year, they will look back and start going to their various churches to testify of the goodness of God. Because I didn't just come out to run. I have made the plans. There's a template already to accommodate the good people of Omaya Central. That's why I say it's not all about party. It's all about individual. They asked one of my colleagues, I don't want to mention them, what are you going to do? He said, when I go there, I will build roads, I will do this. I started laughing. As a legislator, it's not your duty to build roads. You're there as a lawmaker. Know the functions of a legislator before you go in there. You don't know it. You cannot drive a vehicle, you don't know the functions of the vehicle.
True.
So most of them are not experienced about the system. They don't know it. They don't know how to sponsor bills. They don't know how to sponsor resounding bills. They don't know how to lobby. They don't know how to make sure that they put those projects that the masses need at the grassroots, put it in the budget, follow it, make sure that if the thing is enshrined in the budget, approved, they follow it. If it's something that has to do with electricity, you go to public utilities, Minister of Public Utilities, and follow it up and lobby and make sure that you attract it to your people. If it's something that has to do with construction rules, you follow it through Minister of Works. That's how government functions. They don't know it. But if it's the one you can do as a legislator, with the little money you have, you can also do it. But the primary aim of a legislator is just to make laws. Laws that will give a good face of the state. Laws that can revive the economic slumber of a state or a constituency. Omaya town is quite underdeveloped. Let me give you an instance. Do you know that rainy season is now on? Go to St. Stephen's towards Owalaka, Ibeku Road. Very soon, houses there, people there will be deserting their houses because of flood. But there's a good master plan of Omaya. Omaya town was built by Fitch Road. There's an underground tunnel there at St. Stephen's. This government has been insensitive about the plight of the masses. All you need to do is to walk through Ministry of Works to open the tunnels, and it will ease off the problem of the people. There will be easy water flow, and the floods problem will be over.
Do you agree with me? Government cannot do everything.
Yes, government cannot do everything, but you look at the environment. The environment there, the project there seems to be a little capital project that an individual cannot, it will be difficult for an individual to do. I don't know, look at the people living around that area. How many of them can cover 20-30 million naira to do that project? That is...
The question is it a priority on the list of government, because government has so much to take care of. It must provide schools, it must provide hospitals. Not just providing those hospitals and schools, it must employ professionals to work in those institutions. It must pay salaries. It must also do several other things. When you expect government to do all of these things at the same time, are you not? Is it not like planning to fail and failing to plan?
Let me give it back to you. The three basic things you need as a man is what? Food, shelter, and clothing. Are you agree with my fact?
To a certain extent, because we're now in the 21st century,
yes,
where a lot of things have changed.
Yes.
Yeah, the priority of food.
Yes.
You understand, has also changed.
Okay, but to my own understanding, the three basic things you need, now is food, clothing, and shelter.
And must government provide all of that?
If you come back from work and your house is being flooded with flood, how will you sleep? How will you enter your house? My brother, John, let me just take an analysis of the environment and see what people are suffering. That should be the first priority of government. I said government is insensitive. You cannot see those people suffering and you are flying private jets. And you tell me you have other functions you are doing. If you have money for private jet, you can leave that private jet. You can enter first class. As a governor, there is nothing wrong about you entering economy. We all are human beings. Why is it that we are trying to expand the dichotomy between the bourgeois class and the proletariat? Are we not created by the same God?
Well, the same God said the poor will always be with you. He could have eradicated poverty. So the same God did create the dichotomy.
If there will be no poor people around among us, there will be no definition for poverty. Good. But what I'm saying is that an advanced country that are planning to, survive is trying to close the gap, close the dichotomy between the bourgeois class and the proletariat. So why are we having SDG projects in the state? Why are we having other government intervention projects in the state? Because the plight of the people is their priority. They want to close the gap. So in as much as the poor will live among us, now, there are countries you will go to today. There are countries you will go today. A poor man in that country is like a rich man in Nigeria, or let me not say Nigeria. Or not say Abia. In Omaya Central. So let me bring it down home. So it depends on your definition of poverty. Because I told you that the last stage of poverty is penury. What you call poverty here is penury.
Are you suggesting that in the last 8, maybe 24 years, that the poverty indices in Abia has not improved?
My brother, if it has improved, you will see it around. It has not.
So that means the state and Umuahia Central that you're going to represent has not changed in the last 24 years.
The only thing that changed in Umuahia is removal of the market. Ozaklo Road is the same Ozaklo Road. Let me bring the message to you. I have a friend that left this town 30 years ago. He came back to this town and said, this town is still the same. You don't need Google Map to drive around Umuahia, for crying out loud. I went to you the other day. I have to on my Google Map to drive around. You don't need. The same Lagos Street is the same Lagos Street. Bend the Road is the same Bend the Road. The only difference is demarcation they call dualization. That's the only difference. So nothing has improved. Some of the mud houses you see within Lagos Street, Ozaklo Road and all this, and I still there. The only difference is when some of them made money outside and some of the criminals that made money in government, they can come and buy the building and raise 2 or 3 story building. That's the only difference. Tell me what has changed in Umuahia. Tell me any good thing that has come to this town. If I cry daily, I was one that brought up here. I cry daily when I see all these things. And that's why 25th of last month, people, we are mad. Even when they did all they did to change their perception. They said they are going to vote their will.
Okay, it's still Standpoint, and as you know, it's always live and interactive right here on Rapid 96.5 FM. I've been speaking with Honorable Izuchukwu Nwosu, the YPP candidate gunning to represent the good people of Umuahia Central in the Abia State House of Assembly. And of course, you know how we do it. The phone lines are open. You can be part of the conversation simply by picking your phone and dialing the numbers 091 60 333 965 and 091 60 965, and you get to be part of the conversation. It would be absolutely fantastic if we get calls from people in Umuahia Central, and I mean, let's have a conversation and see if Honorable Izuchukwu Nwosu speaks your mind. He's going to represent you in the Abia State House of Assembly. Of course, you know, we are also live and interactive on all our social media platforms, on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. On Facebook, it's Rapid 965 FM. On Twitter, it's Rapid 965, and on Instagram, it's Rapid 965 FM. And don't forget, you can listen to us anywhere in the world simply by dialing or locking on to our website, rapidfm96.5.com. All right, we seem to have our first caller coming in. Let's see if we can take this call. Okay. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr.
Nice to have you join us. Your name and where you're reaching us from.
Okay, I'm calling from Umuahia.
Okay, your name?
My name is Chief Nwabweze.
Nice to have you, Chief Nwabweze. You have 60 seconds. Please go ahead.
Okay. Sincerely speaking, I think PDP has done a whole lot of I won't like to use a foul language now, but I think they messed up the state. The state, they had opportunities to keep PDP in their hands till present time, but even till this coming up election, they had the opportunity to get to win, but they messed up their chances. One, they failed paying salaries, both pensioners and all that. Go to about the whole road they are still talking about, like today, as of today, there's a serious flood around Ungwa Road now, and they keep talking about roads and basic amenities that we're not meant to be talking about presently in this present time. I think we should be talking about better things. So I think we've tried them to barb our hair. We need a new barber, of which I think YPP or Labour Party are the two basic parties that we should try now.
Okay.
So any one of them that win, we should move with them. But trying APC or PDP, I think we'll be making a very big mistake in Abia State. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Chief Nwabweze. All right, the phone lines are still open. 091 60 333 965, and of course 091 60 965, and you get to be part of the conversation. My guest has been so far Honorable Izuchukwu Nwosu, the Young Progressive Party candidate, going to represent the good people of Umuahia Central in the Abia State House of Assembly. Of course, Saturday is the big day, and everyone will be coming out in their numbers, hopefully, to, of course, carry out their civic responsibility by deciding who steers the ship of this great state, God's own state, for another 4 years, and of course, who will be representing their interests in the State House of Assembly. And trust us right here on Rapid 96.5 to keep our ears to the ground, our searchlight beam, as we intend on Saturday to open our poll studio, and of course giving you live reports from the field, as all our reporters will be spread across the state to give you live intervention. Remember, unbiased reportage of the elections as far as Saturday is concerned. All right, at this point, Honorable Izuchukwu, now you have the opportunity to talk to the good people of Umuahia Central. What do you want to say to them?
My good people of Umuahia Central, I've come to you people to solicit for a new Umuahia. Umuahia, we all should be proud to call our own town. I am appealing to every one of you to come out in mass and vote for YPP. Vote for my governor, Engineer Chima Nwafo. Vote for Honorable Izuchukwu Nwosu and all the YPP candidates. I know we have different manifestos, but I think we will make a difference. But particularly, I'm too passionate because I know my background, I know what I've done at the past. I promise you I'm not going to let you down. I am wearing the same shoe you are wearing. Where it's pinching you is the same way where a place is pinching me. I have the solution to our problem. I will give you people quality representation. Come out in mass this Saturday. Go to the ballots. Look out for where YPP logo is. Second to the last at the ballot or the last, you see an open door with a hand holding green leaf that looks like map of Nigeria. Cast your vote there and let God perfect his will. I promise I'm not going to fail the people of Umuahia Central. I'm going to usher in a change that we all will be proud to call our own town. Thank you and God bless you.
All right. There you heard the candidate of the Young Progressive People's Party, Young Progressive Party, YPP, telling you, hey, vote for me. I am people-oriented, and it's about service to the people. Well, at this point, this is the much we can take on this special edition of Standpoint. Of course, it is going to be a long day, a very long day of talk of politics. So let's all brace up. And as we listen to the various individuals gone in for public office, it is important that we ensure that we have our priorities right, and that we ensure that on Saturday we are very confident in the individuals and even the political platforms on which they vie for to deliver the dividends of democracy. For us here on Rapid, it's about the process and most importantly, the results at the end. All right, until much later, where we'll come your way with more political discourse right here on the sound of your city. I am Nkamian John, known as the beloved and also the controversial, saying a special thanks to Honorable Izuchukwu Nwosu, the YPP candidate, who is going to represent the good people of Umuahia Central in the Abia State House of Assembly. We hope that we'll have this conversation after the polls and probably pop some champagne.
Yeah. It's going to end in praise by His grace.
All right, so keep it locked on Rapid 96.5, and remember, we are the sound of the city.